Yeah. Bros TV. To talk different. Yeah. Yeah. Heavy on the grind, pressure in my tone. Stand up business, built it on my own. Came from the mud, wisdom in the scars. Lesson in the loss, vision in the dark. Eyes on the mission, move like a boss. Principles first, never took a loss. Real overviews, purpose when I speak. Leaders in the room, giants in the seats. You bout to walk with Brosy. You bout to walk with Brosy. You bout to walk with Brosy. You bout to walk with Brosy.
Welcome back to the channel. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It is Friday. The weekend starts today. Just got back from the gym getting my lift on. You know, confession, I've been slacking off at the gym. I got down like 45 pounds in about 8 months. I just took like the last month off. My body was getting beat up. I just felt like I needed a little reset. And maybe I was smelling myself a little bit too. You know, I had lost all that weight, started to feel myself, you know, haven't reached my full goal yet. But, you know, when you knock off that much weight, you know, you can feel it. Your body starts to change. You start to feel some muscles and you know, in your arms and your chest. And I think along with my body being, you know, a little beat up, I felt like I was smelling myself. And you know, I say that to say the work doesn't stop. The work doesn't stop. And I can apply that to the YouTube channel. You know, we just got the email to start the monetization process for Walk with Bros and on Bros TV. And you know I said I can't take a day off until we monetize, but not even then, like, all right, we monetize. Now it's the next step. You know, we talked about a lot of fire content that we haven't done yet. You know, stuff outside of, you know, the studio, outside of this computer desk. You know what I'm saying? So the message for today is keep grinding, you know, keep staying active. And even when you get small wins, there's always more work to be done, you know? So stick with that, chat. Don't let small wins, you know, overtake the bigger picture. I was going through YouTube, I was going through Twitter, and I'm like, damn, bros, what we want to talk about today? You know, shout out to T-Top. He's got No Cut 2 happening Saturday, I believe. Averb, you know, dubbed the battle. He not showing up. That sucks. I felt like we kind of knew that, though, as a culture, that was going to happen. I mean, you know, I'd say right now there's 3 guys right now, maybe 4 guys right now that you put on a card, you see them on a flyer, and we all just know there's a high possibility that them battles ain't happening. QP is one of them. Averb is one of them. Shout out to my guy, New Jersey Twerk. He is also one of them. And I think the other one is maybe Ace Amin. You put these 4 dudes on a flyer, you know, there's a high possibility that we ain't going to see that battle. But T-Top, you know, he's a battle rapper who started his own league. I think we should support that. Battlers taking their careers and their business into their own hands. You know, so even though the main event ain't going down, there's still some fire battles that is happening. So, you know, just for the one time, if you fuck with battle rap and you support battle rap, you know, even if the main event was what you was going to see, still support if you can. You know, even if you're not going to watch this shit, still support T-Top's event, man, because I know it's hard putting these events together. I know it's stressful. I know it costs money. You know what I'm saying? So just support the battle rappers, man. For a long time, league owners getting most of the bread. I love when I see battle rappers taking their careers into their own hands. So, let's see if we can still support this event, support this pay-per-view. Maybe I can even text T-Top and like, yo, maybe drop the price from $50 to $35. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll send that text through to see if we can make that happen. Like, yo, maybe instead of 50, my squad over here at Walk with Bros TV, they said 35, y'all, you got it. We'll see what he says. I was about to, I was going to listen to Averb's reasoning on why he didn't show up or why he not showing up, and I was going to react to that. But I got to be honest with y'all, chat. I can't listen to that shit for too long. I used to be one of those guys that like would turn Verb Space on in the morning and laugh. And I found it funny for about 2 weeks. I won't lie. You know what I'm saying? But then as time goes on and you just hear the delusion and you hear the difference in who he's become. And it's hard to listen to that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's really hard because at first I'm listening because I'm thinking it's a bit. I'm thinking he knows what he's doing and he knows the engagement and stuff like that he's trying to capture. And I it's the day of the internet, so cool. But then when time goes on, it's like, nah, main man not starting, but main man believing the shit that he's saying. Main man is really believing that bullshit that he talking and spewing out to the people. And it's like, at that point, it's like, all right, I can't listen to this shit. This shit getting on my nerves. This shit getting on my fucking nerves. I can't even hear it. So I scrapped that. I said, I can't do it. Not even for the chat. Like, I can't, y'all. I can't. For one, it makes my skin crawl. And two, we know it's nonsense. We know it's bullshit. We know it. I don't know the exact reason you not pulling up, but I can probably guess. It's some bullshit that you didn't. I don't want to say made up because you got problems. You got issues. And some of the dudes you got issues ain't broke and they can afford to get out to where you at. And not only them, a couple of their homies. You know what I'm saying? Now, T-Top also knew that before he booked Verb. So you're not all the way off the hook, T-Top. But, because you are a guy, I'm still going to tell the people to support. Hope they support, want them to support. But I can't, Chad. I can't listen to that shit. So I scrapped that and I said, you know what? I'll go listen to I'll start a segment on Friday and go maybe listen to one of my favorite Froze rounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll start listening to random Froze rounds before I start listening to fucking Averb talk some nonsense that I don't really give a fuck about hearing. Truthfully. So that's what we're going to do. Let me see. Hold on. All right. Let me get right. Hold on. Okay, he started it. All right, Jack, come on, man. Spit that bullshit. I'm trying to get to Froze's second round for Jag. He felt like, hold on. It's a backstory to this. Hey, yo! So this is right here, a little backstory. This is Froze's first battle with RBE after his contract dispute. He had he battled Ill Will, and up until the Ill Will battle, Froze was on like an 8-9, anywhere from 8 to 10 battle win streak off his retirement return, right? Like, Froze was cooking. Every battle, Froze was cooking up. Felt like, all right, we just got Ill Will out the way at that straight to it. It's like, time is now. The time is now to up that chicken. And not only is it time to up that chicken, like, like we need a good pay increase. You feel me? Like that's the type of time we was on. Like we done took this pay, we get it. We was on a return, stock was low, but we don't feel like our stock was at the same place 8-9 battles ago. And this performance I put on against the performance he put on against Ill Will was out of this world, if you ask me. I mean, it was 3 really good rounds. I mean, he 3-0'd one of the most dangerous battle rappers to ever walk the face of the earth. If we're going to be real, I mean, Ill Will was that. And Froze cleared him. So we got into a contract dispute. You know what I'm saying? URL started to call. You know what I'm saying? Now URL looking at us again. And it's like, all right, well, listen, RBE, this ain't the only place we can go anymore. So, negotiations got to start. So they did. And, shout out to ARP because it wasn't like it wasn't an easy negotiation. This was weeks of going back and forth. To where as though we got sent the contract. I mean, I've read that contract word for word. And I wrote down for every paragraph, for every bulletin in the contract, I literally had notes on every single one of them. Even if I liked it, I'd say in the notes, bulletin page 2, bulletin 3, good, no problems. But if bulletin 4 on page 3, if I had a problem with it, I wrote it down in my notes and I introduced it to Froze. Yo, Froze, this is what we got. This is what I read. I don't like it. Or this is cool, but maybe he could change this, or maybe change the wording in this, right? Well, that's the type of time we was on. But anyway, we finally got the contract done, and now that we got the new money, it's like, all right, well, now we need a battle. He threw one name out there, and it was like, nah, bro, you don't want that battle. He threw a girl out there, and it's like, bro, you definitely don't want that battle. Like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Then there was another one, and I told him, Froze, I wouldn't do that either. And I remember Froze was like, hey, yo, bro, we got a new contract, and you just turned down, 3 fucking battles. So, I mean, what you waiting for? So I remember Jag had just battled, I don't remember who Jag battled, but he did okay. It might have been Ill Will. It might have been Ill Will. I got to go back. I know it was the battle before Froze. I don't remember. Don't quote me. It might have been Ill Will. Did he battle Shaw? I don't remember. But he did well enough in the battle where I was like, yo, call ARP and tell him, yo, we'll take that Jag battle now because he just did good. Right? And because I think Jag was one of the names that got offered to us before, and we said, nah, because all right, he's supposed to be with Young Money or whatever. Like, who fucking cares about that? Like, I never heard of Jag with Lil Wayne or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cool. So we turned it down first. He did good in the battle, and I said, all right, yo, fuck it. We could take Jag now. So he called up, and we got Jag. Got a nice couple dollars for Jag from the new contract, and here we are. Now, what's crazy about that is we got the new contract, we got the battle. Fro's heart really wasn't in it. It really wasn't in it. Like he accepted the battle with Jag, but that wasn't necessarily a battle he wanted. Especially fresh off, on the new contract. So he wasn't really prepared like he should have been. He had the rounds, but he wasn't prepared. I remember this particular battle. We was up in the hotel room till damn near 4, 5 in the morning. It's in between 3 and 5 in the morning rehearsing these bars to the point where we got them locked in. But because we was up so late, the last 2 times, Froze had slipped up in the bars and he started to get frustrated. And I said, you know what, bro, let's go to sleep. I done heard you spit all these rounds about 3 to 4 times a piece. You know them. We tired. We didn't get the za lit. Like, let's just go to sleep. We sleep on these bars. We'll wake up in the morning and get right to it. So that's what we did. We woke up in the morning and got right to it. He got all his bars out clean. Into the second round, Jag was starting to get a lot of reaction in the first round, a little bit more than maybe Froze anticipated. So in the second round, he turned up the heat. Look, Froze is annoyed. Look at you. That's my boy, man. He knows. Froze has this look, and I know my brother Froze knows he's about to turn up on Jag. He knows it. And I think he senses that he feels like he needs to turn up on Jag to let Jag know he's not on his fucking level. Let's go, Froze.
Quiet down. Quiet down. Hold it down. Hold it down. Hey, yo.
Come on.
I'm about to fuck you up. Mm-hmm. I got 10 years, 60 battles, and you walk around this bitch like you done enough. Quacking out the side of your beak gonna have me hunting ducks and show you why you just a guest in this culture and you ain't one of us. So who you barking on? I'm war ready, I bought the tank. I've been barking so long, I got neighbors making noise complaints.
Real quick, y'all don't know who this is, but there's a certain scheme in the culture. Y'all remember when AI crossed Jordan out of sneakers? Niggas, y'all ain't think Jordan had a weakness, right? Remember that scheme? He was the man that had to stand in front of that. That's Young Hot. He had to stand in front of that. And it's cool. We got Bucks back here, right? I mean, these is Philly legends pulling up to Atlanta to see Froze work. And I know that felt good for Froze because when we was young boys, we was watching them on DVDs. So to see them standing behind Froze, rooting for Froze, having respect for Froze and what he do, that was also fire.
I've been barking so long, got the neighbors making noise complaints. Fly the torch. They gonna hide your corpse. It's gonna do more than steak. When I say they found money offshore, it ain't a foreign bank. I ran with thieves, got it out the mud. Shit, we planted seeds.
Yeah.
Finessing plugs. I ran more trick plays than Andy Reid. I will knock you the fuck out with these hands of speed. It's ironic how it looked like one, but they land in threes.
Come on.
I'm gonna follow up.
Can you hang, Jack? You gonna have to show me this your last impression. I'll leave you bloody and crippled. I don't give a fuck what type of flag you reppin'. Fucking with Froze, you better grab a weapon. Shit in this steel with flattened wheels, flip your grill when you won't pass inspection.
No.
I'll punch you. Oh my God.
Rotation of the wheel, flip your wheels. The rotation.
You won't pass inspection. I'll punch you dead in your mouth. They like chill, raw. How it feel to be 6'4" and you still small? You ain't gotta be intimidated by no man cause he real tall. You wanna chop a tree, you start at the trunk and it'll still fall. We both aggressive, Jag, but hear the difference between us. You always yelling when you rap, but see to me you be fiending. You ain't barking, you just trying to make the people believe it. It's a difference than when you screaming and you actually mean it. I actually seen it. Post-traumatic stress, I've been in them wars. What you know about flashbacks, feeling like, damn, I've been here before. Come on. On my block, you goofy. Come on, man. I've been post-traumatic stress, I've been in them wars. What you know about flashbacks, feeling like, damn, I've been here before. Come on. On my block, you goofy. Come on, man. On my block, your goofy ass would have got sent to the store. And anytime we needed blunts, we would have sent you for more. What's going on, ARP? I'm looking around, I'm looking around, this shit sad. I 30 will, he get high.
Look, so I want to take y'all in my mind, right? I want to when he's rapping, I get very nervous for bro because I just want him to do so well. I want him to do well every time. I don't want him to slip up or none of that. So like during moments like that, like he just was getting, caught up on the words. Like he wasn't choking. He just fumbling a little bit. Just, he was speaking maybe a little, like his brain was moving faster than he could speak or whatever the case may be. So, he was getting a little, but during this moment, my heart's dropping because I'm like, no, Froze, you better not. You fucking better not. I dare you to fucking fuck this round up versus Jag.
I'm looking around, this shit sad. I 30 will, he get hollow and Rosenberg gets Jag. Explain that shit. Explain that. you spend cash, I whip ass.
Yeah.
Shit, if you asking me, my next fucking battle, I should get cash. Yeah. And no, I ain't from Philly, but I put my own neighborhood on the map.
Yeah.
He just a product of a neighborhood. You see the difference in that?
Yeah.
How long you been signed to Cass and he just been giving you scraps?
No, signed to Cass.
How the fuck you on the label when he's still charging you to get on the track? Hey, that ain't how a real gangster would act. I got 6 kids, full custody of all of them. It don't get no more gangster than that. But I still be with the demons. Early morning, they cutting live short. Catch a pussy lacking on his mom porch. Rusty 38, old school, I'm talking Stockton with the high shorts. Rusty 38, I'm talking old school, Stockton with the high shorts. You seeing all these brooms flying around like we at Hogwarts. I've been doing this for 15 years. Go check. What? I've been doing this for 15 years. Go check the tube and find it. Back when niggas had FUBU wallets and Durant was a supersonic. When Durant was a supersonic. So all I'm saying is, Jag, niggas kind of fuck with you, but I still punch you in your mouth after this battle, so don't get comfortable. Froze, man. Round 2. Go.
Good shit.
Yeah, froze. Yeah, froze. Damn, you know what? I kind of feel like I got to hear that first round. I got to hear that first round from Froze. Hold on. Don't mind me. I was going to end it after the second round, but I got to hear this first round real quick.
Battle, just come and get and I think I'm Stephen now. I said I was going to half-ass this battle, just come and get my check. But if it's one thing I don't take kindly to, it's disrespect. When you in the street and ain't no mud on your name, see, that's a different flex. We heard you a broke bum pussy from Cali. That's where we disconnect. Now, you thought bootlicking ARP would help get you wrecked. Throw Cassidy name in the mix and you can skip some steps. But it got you in front of the shooter that's about to bring you death and fill your body up with 6 rings, you Bill Belichick. Question, why it's always the pussies that like to howl the most? Where I'm from is simple. If you can't swim, you either drown or float. They call my squad hookah gang. They only come around for smoke. Think state of Texas, even if it ain't on me, just know the Cal is close. And all that white boy shit you talking, you should stop, shorty. Cause the white boy angle, Jag, is not for me. Yeah, my mom's white. None of my white family used to rock for me. And we all know my pops is black, so is this Glock 40. Chubby Jag, I ain't calling no other grown man chubby. No other to rock for me. And we all know my pops is black, so is this Glock 40. Chubby.
Come on.
Chubby Jag, I ain't calling no other grown man chubby. Hey, Chubby Jag, I ain't calling no other grown man chubby. That shit weird, like when you be calling other grown man ugly. I'm starting to think Aki a fruit. If he think Frozenberg's so ugly, he must think a couple niggas is cute. If he think Frozenberg's so ugly, he must think a couple niggas is cute. It's on the line, Jag, I promise I shoot. Give you a hole the size of a bowl. The clip hang like the arm of Manute, and I down some shit. The clip heavy, it's hard to, clip hang like the arm of Manute, and I down some shit. Clip heavy, it's hard to get around with it. I'll ram you through a wall. They gonna have to tear down the wall to get you out of it. You keep talking about these foreign cars, but you ain't got no house with it. So I'm gonna let you talk about money while I keep counting it. This man twat, he don't control no damn blocks. He too focused talking about on what another man got. I was on live, he said, say blood, what kind of car you drive? The one with 2 fully loaded weapons, safety off inside. You drive. Another man, you ain't got no house with it.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna be honest. Listen, man. Listen, I'm biased. Froze is one of my favorite battle rappers of all time. I know that's my brother, but even if he wasn't my brother, I feel like he still would be one of my favorite. He talks that shit that I like to hear personally. He's direct. All right, he's direct. His delivery, probably top 5 deliveries in all of battle rap. I don't give a fuck what name you name. He's probably top 5 deliveries out of all of fucking battle rap. And then his pockets are very underrated. The pockets he gets into. When he spit that shit, when he rapped that shit to me for the first time, I had no clue where he was going. I had no clue where he was going. And then when he landed that punch, oh my God. What's wrong with y'all, man? My bro really one of the best at this shit, bro. He really one of the best. The motherfuckers really can't fuck with him. He may not ever be considered the best battler in battle rap, right? He may not ever hold that crown. There's been a lot, Rum Nitty, Twerk, like Easy, Surf, like, you know, like there's a lot of K-Shine. There's a lot of guys that held that crown for a period of time. Calico, Hollow Don, right? Froze might never not hold that title. He may not never get to hold that crown, but on any, like, Froze can beat all of them dudes. All of them. Froze on his best day, if you fuck around and come playing with him, it could get dark for anybody. Anybody. Shout out to Lil Bruh.
So I'm gonna let you talk about money while I keep counting it. This man twat.
Come on.
He don't control no damn blocks.
No.
He too focused talking about on what another man got.
Yeah.
I was on live, he said, say blood, what kind of car you drive? The one with 2 fully loaded weapons, safety off inside.
And another thing, Froze impressions are top tier. Look at the stank face from Bros. There's a lot of weight on Bros too. He's a heavy guy back then. You're so glad I could, speaking of 260, damn. Look at the faces though. Look at the faces though. Look at 3 in the back. Like you can look at 3. Look at his face. Look at Young Hot. Look at me. We was feeling that shit in the building. Yo, look at the way my homie walked up on him. Look.
The off inside.
Man, what a good time.
He said, what kind of car you drive? The one with 2 fully loaded weapons, safety off inside. I had blood rushing to your feet. If you cross the line, I'm talking about walking with red socks, no Boston ties. If we battled the best of 7, shit, you would have got chalked in 5. No matter how woke you is on the surface, if you lost inside. You think screaming mean that you nice.
Yeah.
But where I'm from, that loud shit, it just mean that you hype.
Yeah.
You gon' bark on Rosenberg, but I don't think you can bite. He can't box out a rebound, but y'all think he can fight? Do me a favor. As grown men, we gotta learn to mind our fucking business. Cause not minding it can result in another grown man dumping biscuits. Example, I cause a heat wave. If I up and lift it, shit could turn solid aluminum to a cup of liquid. Anything you think you with, just know we fucking with it. No matter what kind of guns you got, if you ain't gonna do nothing with it, straight turkey. Clean yourself up, your face dirty. All these guns, I stay close to the 9. It's 8:30. You been running.
Let's go, nigga.
said all these guns, I stay close to the 9. It say 30.
Hold it down. Go ahead, Bird.
I said all these guns, I stay close to the 9. It's 8:30. You a grown-ass man running around like you ain't 30. So what good is height if your foundation ain't sturdy? Frozenberg, man.
Nah. All right, I'm done. I'm done. I've seen enough. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was lost. I didn't know what I was doing a video on today. So I just had a lot of fun taking a trip down memory lane. And I'm definitely bringing this back. This was fun for me. This was a lot of fun for me. So anytime I get lost, anytime it's like, damn, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to talk about. I might just go into the archives. And see where we at with it. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. It's a couple. Should I? You think they'd strike me? Fro's got a couple URL battles that he did good. Should we? You know what? I'm going to try it. If they strike me, they strike me. But I think we're going to do the see what they do for views round next. Listen, y'all, I'm out. I'm about to get to, enjoying my Friday. Had me a little drink. I got some grilled chicken that I've been waiting to heat up. I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. We on our way. I'll holler at y'all tomorrow, chat.
Now you know how we walk. Now you know how we walk. You just walk with Brosy. Yeah, the path ain't easy. But percentage steps, every move stay silent. You walk with Brosy. Bros TV. The talk different. We ain't done yet.